Hey there, LinkedIn. So I wanted to share with you guys some information that I learned last night during my small group. We were talking on the topic of forgiveness. And I realized that I have a bad habit that I've created in my life. And I'm going to segue into the Unlearn channel. They had a video that I watched last night that said, Breaking Bad Habits with a Purpose and a Plan. And I thought that this kind of ties right into that message. Something that I learned last night about forgiveness is that when somebody offends you, you have a choice. You have a choice to either forgive them or to not forgive them. But here's the problem. If you're like me, I tend to say, don't worry about it. It's okay. You know what? Everything's all right. It's no big deal. If you're the type of person that minimizes the offenses in your life, well, then what you're doing is you're not creating healthy conflict in your life, and you're not coming to a resolution. And eventually you're going to, place these small little seeds, these offenses inside of you, and eventually they build up. They're like weeds, they overgrow and they strangle everything good. And you don't want that in your life. You don't want to put toxic poison inside of you. So you need to identify and address issues as soon as possible, so that way you can have some freedom in your life. So 2 ways that I learned to identify unforgiveness in myself. How can I gauge unforgiveness? Well, the first one is, how do I talk about people? If there's somebody in your life that you can think of right at this moment, that during a conversation, if somebody brings them up, all of a sudden you want to say something negative about them. Maybe a family member, maybe a friend, maybe a colleague. It may have been a boss, maybe your current boss. Who's to say? But the moment you start speaking negatively about them proves that you have some sort of unforgiveness in your life. And you need to seek it out, and you need to seek forgiveness. You need to go to that person and say, try to figure out what it is that they did to you to make you feel this way, and to make you speak negatively about them. And it may be yourself even. You may talk about yourself negatively. You may say that I'm a failure and I can't do anything, and I'm no good at anything that I do, and I'm a poor dad, I'm a poor wife, a poor husband, whatever the case may be. Identify with that and find out why. Why am I saying these things? So that's one way to identify and gauge unforgiveness. The second way is to try to identify unforgiveness by measuring your reaction. Like, how quickly do you react to a specific topic? My wife, we've been married for 20 years, and she knows how to push my buttons. And so I love her, but man, I get upset about things. But I realize there's some topics that she, that aren't her fault. There's some things that she'll talk about and I get upset with, but I have to realize that, it wasn't her that planted that seed in me, but I get mad. And so now I have to stop, and I'm going to have to really utilize what we learned about how to evaluate the conversations that she and I have, because I don't want to affect my relationship with her based on something that, that happened to me in my past in a different relationship. So I want to encourage you guys to take a look, evaluate your conversations, evaluate how you talk to people, and see if you can seek out the unforgivenesses that you have in your life and find forgiveness. So hopefully that helps somebody and helped me, and have a blessed week. Take care.